Hello, my name is Eric Henson. I'm here to identify research and science challenges that I had in sports concussions. Injuries while participating in contact sports can range from torn muscles to head injuries. While there are safeguards such as protective equipment, educational training, and rules and regulations put in place in order to keep athletes safe, injuries still happen. The challenge is to find a way to help further prevent these injuries and prevent as much harm to the athlete as possible. Prevention of concussions in particular is a subject which needs to be addressed, and this is the issue which will be researched. With any research subject, there are challenges that you will come across, and as a researcher, you will need to find a way to address these challenges. Research participation. Research deals with analyzing data that is based on a group of participants. In the majority of the articles which were researched, most of these participants were male athletes. In order to do a thorough research project, both male and female athletes would need to be involved so that prevention measures are geared to both sets of individuals. According to Bloom, Loghead, Sharpcott, Johnston, and Delaney, a related line of research has examined whether males and females differ on concussions, incidence, and recovery outcome. I work with a junior college football team as a wide receiver coach, and I am able to observe, monitor these young men during practice and competition. I will need to do the same with female softball team. It is important to understand the type of head injuries that they will be exposed to and include the data in my research so that both male and female athletes have equal consideration. Protective equipment. Many contact sports require the athlete use protective equipment. These include pads, guards, and helmets. Many sports do not use headgear as a protective measure, so I will have to find out what other safeguards are used in order to protect these athletes from head injuries. Talking to athletes in all sport fields will allow me to identify those challenges so that they can be addressed. Helmets. When using helmets for concussion prevention, you need to determine if this piece of equipment is a good measure of protection for the athlete. To date, high-quality laboratory randomized controlled studies of headgear have not shown that current designs are likely at a player's population level or individual player level to prevent concussions or head injuries. McIntosh. The challenge whether there is enough evidence to show that this type of equipment will reduce the incidence of concussions. In order to address this issue, participants will need to be surveyed in order to find out whether their headgear has helped them when they have had a head injury. Research will also have to be done on the various helmet manufacturers to see what new design has been developed in helmets that increase protection to the athlete. Resources. Many schools do not have resources available to implement protection programs for their athletes. Some do not have adequate equipment, proper staff such as athletic trainers, or a good training facility. In order to do a good study, you need to have access to those resources so that you can do an effective research study. In order to address this challenge, I will have to use those limited resources to my full advantage. I will also need to do online research to find out what other research projects have been done and include those results in many projects as well. Due to the fact that many schools require administration approval due to legal liabilities, I need to make sure that I have received the approval prior to starting my research paper. Rules and regulations. At times, there is a lack of educational material or articles which address the subject that you are researching. As a beginner researcher, you can spend many hours looking for scholarly resources on your subject matter. Finding information about sports rules and regulations has been a challenge. Many research address return to play, guidelines. According to Johnson, emphasizing RTPs as the solution to the concussion problem and tackle football risks, neglecting genuine reforms that will prevent concussions. Additional modifications to football are recommended to enhance safety and reduce brain trauma at all levels. It is important I contact athletic organizations such as National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, or the NFL, National Football League, to find out what rules and regulations are on their level. I need to meet with other schools to find out what they use as basis for rules and regulations. This will tell me the range of information that is available to coaching staff if they are following those rules and regulations of how effective they are in protecting their athletes. Conclusion. This action research project will be important to all athletic coaches. The challenges shown in this presentation will require that I use a mixed method approach. As a wide receiver coach out of junior college, I know that this information will be helpful in my position. The data that I collected and analyzed will give me a better picture of what I need to do as a coach in order to create a prevention and awareness program which will benefit all athletes. Reference. Thank you for listening to my PowerPoint, and have a nice day.